Now x equals to 0 1, it is given open interval, and ix be the collection of all of the function f which vanishes at the point x. Okay, so we have to check ix is prime ideal or not. So how can we show that? Take any two function, the product function I x. Now as ix is a collection of all of the function which vanishes at the point x, that means if ab belongs to I, obviously ab x equals to 0, which shows x into bx equals to 0. Now as x is fixed and ab is real valued continuous function, that's when you can say that ax and bx both are real number. Now if the product of real number is 0, that's mean one of them must be 0. That's mean either ax equals 0 or bx equals to 0, which shows that a belongs to ix or b belongs to ix. So from which we can say that ix is a prime ideal. That's mean option 1 is true. Okay. Now let's go to the second option. The ix is a maximal ideal. How can you show that the ix is a maximum ideal? Is it true? So let's construct a function phi from cxr to r. Okay, such that phi f is equals to fx. Okay, whereas x is fixed, x belongs to r is fixed. Okay, x is fixed. That's when if you take any function, the value of phi is phi fx. Now, easily we can say that the car phi is equals to ix. Okay, and this function is surjective. Why? Because if you take any, suppose take any real number c, always you will get a continuous function gx is gy is equals to c. Okay, for all y belongs to 0 1. Second is a constant function. It's occur the value c at all the point. That's mean obviously gx is also equals to c. Okay, that's mean you can say that phi g is equals to c. As you have taken c is arbitrary point and you get g, that's when you can say that the phi is surjective function. So therefore as phi g is surjective function, that's when you can say that c x r ix is isomorphic to r. Now as r is filled, that means this is also filled. As this quotient ring is filled, so therefore we can say that ix is maximal ideal, because we know the quotient field is the quotient ring is filled if and only if the ideal is maximal. So therefore ix is a maximal ideal. That's mean option 2 is true. Now let's check the third option. The third option is very interesting. Okay, if it is if it will if it given that x equals to yes, x equals to 0 1, then it is true. If it has given that x belongs to close interval 0 1, then it will be true, option 3. But here it has given that x belongs to open interval 0 1. That's mean it easily we can check that this is not true for this interval, because this interval is not compact. Okay, so before starting this, we have to know the compactly supported function. Okay, the compactly supported function. So which functions are called compactly supported function? Suppose take a function gx, x square minus 1 upon 4 such that x belongs to 0 open interval 1 by 2 and is equals to 0 otherwise. Okay, clearly we can say that this function is not equals to 0 in this interval and is equals to 0 otherwise. So therefore, where it is not equal to 0 in this interval, if you take closer, this will be 0, 1 by 2, which is compact. That means the function is not equals to 0 on the set whose closure is compact set. That means the gx is compactly supported function. Okay, that means those functions are called compactly supported function if the functions are not equals to 0 on the sets whose closure is compact. Okay, so therefore gx is a compactly supported function. Now take a collection of function j. Okay, collection of function f c x r where f is compactly supported function. Now let's see again the option 3. Every maximal ideal is equals to ix. Okay, that's when you can say that any ideal, if every maximal ideal looking like this, that's mean any maximal ideal, maximal means the bigger ideal, the most bigger ideal is ix. Okay, now that's mean if you take any ideal, always it will be contained in some ix. It will be true when the option 3 will be true only when if you take any ideal j, always it will be contained in some ix. Okay, but now we have an ideal, easily we can check that this is ideal and easily we can see, we can show that this j does not contain in any ideal ix. Okay, this j doesn't contain in any ideal ix. So for which let's take any arbitrary element y. Okay, any arbitrary element y belongs to x. That's mean iy be any ideal. Okay, now j does not contain in iy. We can prove j doesn't contain in iy only when if there is a function f, suppose g, if there is a function g which does not belongs to iy. So let's construct a function gy not equals to 0, y belongs to ny, where ny is compact. Okay, compact set and is equals to 0 otherwise. Okay, and g is also continuous function also. Okay, and easily we can construct this type of set. Now clearly, as iy is a collection of all of those functions, those who vanishes at the point y, but gy doesn't vanishes at the point y. That's when you can say that g does not belongs to iy. As g doesn't belongs to iy, but g belongs to j, but g belongs to j because g is compactly supported. So therefore, you can say that j does not contain in iy. As y we have taken y as arbitrary, that's been, you can say that there is no iy, this type of ideal which contain j, which contain j. If j is maximal, then that's mean you can say that there is a maximal ideal which does not looking like this. If j is not maximal, so obviously there will be a maximal ideal which contains j, suppose n. But as j doesn't contain doesn't contain in iy, obviously its bigger ideal m also doesn't contain. Okay, also its bigger ideal m will not be contained in iy. That's mean this option is wrong. Clear? That's mean there is a maximal ideal, always there will be maximal ideal which will not be equal like this. So therefore option 3 is wrong. So therefore option 3 is wrong. Now let's check the fourth option. The CXR is an integral domain. How can you show that? For which let's draw two function. Suppose 0 is 1 and draw a function, suppose 1 by 2. Draw a function f1 which is 0 in this part and not equals to 0 in this part, and take f2 is 0 in this part and not equals to 0 in this part. Now if you multiply this, easily we can say that f1 f2 is equals to 0, but none of them is 0. So CXR is not an integral domain. Okay, very good.